So a quote shared by Tainan, a critic is a man who knows the way but can't drive the car. So before we begin, what is a critic? A critic to me is someone like us that has an opinion about something, a place, thing, or food, and we leave like a review like on Yelp. So an experience I had with this was the time I was a critic was when I went to try Indian food for the first time, and I thought it was horrible. And it was probably like a really good Indian dish, but it was just not to my liking. So of course I went on Yelp and I was on. Customer service was great, but I didn't think the food was all that good. And Tainan says, a critic is a man who knows the way but can't drive the car. When I think about that review I left, I was like, yeah, I was a critic, but I'm not the one who drove that car. I'm not the one that made that dish. I don't know whether like that dish is actually good or not. I was just being biased. And I think what he's trying to get with this quote is that we are all critics. We all left a Yelp review. We all had an opinion. We all had a remark to say about something. And the question I have for you guys is that should we all be critics when we're not the ones who created that thing that we're critiquing?
All right, well, you just used the quote as your attention device. I think you could have started with that definition of what a critic is and then maybe given us the quote and then tell us what you think. I'm not sure what the point is that you're trying to make. At the end, I think it's a little bit clearer, but at the beginning, it needs to be clear. You have a tendency to look down in front of us a little bit. You're looking out toward the audience, but it doesn't really look like you're engaging with people. It just like you have your face in that direction. So you probably need to engage a little bit more, and definitely to the sides of the room as well, because I'm sitting over here on the side and I didn't feel like you looked at me but once. Your voice is loud and clear. I thought that was pretty good. There was some hesitancy in the presentation here and there, but not a lot. You were thinking, well, look, you've got one good example that you're going to talk about, and you do a reasonable job giving us some detail and trying to make it interesting, and that's about as far as you go with it. So at the end, I think you do kind of express an opinion. It sounds almost like you're just getting started with the presentation when you finish, as if you had some other illustrations, that would have been a good attention device. We'd finally gotten the point that you were trying to make, and now you're just warming up. As it is, it feels it's a little underdeveloped. All right, thank you.